Welcome, everyone, to the Marketplace of Ideas, third Thursday. Today is May 21st, 2020. I'm Tawny Ferrarini here along with Kate Johnson. We are getting together to explore sound educational materials and programs in the humanities and social sciences. Today, our hope is that meetings like this will continue to help you identify great resources, and we will continue to connect with others outside of formal channels to make our shared passion of better learning opportunities a reality.
So thank you for joining us and continuing to co-create with Tawny and me and what we're calling the Marketplace of Ideas. We will record today for video coverage of these presentations and upcoming talks. Please see our Facebook page. We'll follow up with an email for that, for links to videos of our recent guests, MRU, Econ EdLink, Fraser, and more. Today, Rob Chatfield from isit.org, Free to Choose, and Jeff Nelson from Intercollegiate Studies Institute, also known as ISI, join us.
We now welcome our first guest, Rob Chatfield. He will present for several minutes, and then we will open the floor for a lively discussion. Please feel free to post questions in the sidebar. We will take questions after about 5 minutes of presentation. Rob Chatfield. He serves as the President and Chief Executive Officer of Free to Choose Network, a global media organization, replacing Bob Chittister, founder and chairman of the board, who stepped aside as president and CEO in July 2017. Chatfield oversees all departments of the 24-person organization. Join me in welcoming Rob. He's going to talk about isit.org.
Thank you, Kate and Tawny, for having me. And if you got the email invitation, you will see the great relationship I have with Kate and Tawny, where I sent them my professional photo, but Tawny decided to post the one from my most recent trip to India, where I have an acknowledged international beer Ganesh. I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to go straight onto the internet in terms of my own presentation here, so I probably won't be able to see a lot of the questions you're doing. I'm also going to give a big shout out to somebody who is on this call as an attendee and one of my very best friends in the world. His name is Rob Chatfield, and Rob runs an organization called Stossel in the Classroom. And what you're going to find is that we do video-based education materials, essentially towards middle school and high school as our target audience with regards to these here. So while Rob's not presenting today, I wanted to make sure he got a shout out with regards to this recording here. I'm going to go over to the isit.org homepage here, and I'm really just going to run you through a couple of things with regards to our website and explain what isit is. So isit is the educational arm of Free to Choose Network. We created this specifically for teachers and educators. And when I say educators, that could be homeschool parents. And in this time during the pandemic, when a lot of schools are on lockdown, we've had a lot of new homeschool parents come to our website looking for resources for their children also. The website is organized very cleanly in terms of this. Educational videos. Essentially, you can pop into here and search by subject or by grade. So if you're looking for something in specific, you can pop straight in here. Videos. A lot of these actually come from footage that we've used in documentary films for Free to Choose. And the reason, again, we started isit as a whole separate, distinct division is that the teachers would have a distinct website to go to and not get lost on the Free to Choose type website, if you will. Most of our educational videos are between 12 and 15 minutes long, so they work for what would be a single course period. There's teacher's guides, there's spelling and vocabulary quizzes so that you can essentially fill up an entire class. There's also substitute teacher lesson plans that come with each of our courses here. Teachable moments videos, on the other hand, are shorter videos. These are 3 to 5 minute videos usually, and they cover one single topic. And it allows a teacher to be able to just use this essentially as supplemental material. So if a teacher is teaching to the text, if you will, and wants to liven it up with something that's not just them lecturing to the class, they can pop up these videos here. All of these videos are available online via download and streaming. I should have noted here under the educational videos, by the way, the educational videos are available. Almost all of them are available also by DVD if you're a teacher. We will send any teacher in the US one DVD for free every year. And if they ask nicely, we'll send more. Courses over here, we're just breaking into this area here, which is, can we create something that's a week-long course? And so this one was from the program A More or Less Perfect Union, which is airing now on PBS. That's a 3-hour series on the US Constitution. And as you can see, what we've done is we've made all sorts of different avenues available for teachers. So through teachable.com, teachers can assign an entire course to their students. Or there's an open structure where the teacher can go in and say, hey, do lessons 2 and 4 out of this course. The entire course can be downloaded as an LMS module so teachers can take and put it on the server at their school. And the big thing that we have for all of our components here is standards alignment. I'm going to talk about that in a second. With regards to standards alignment, I'm going to go back to my financial literacy video here for a second. We subcontract to a national third party to make sure that all of our videos match standards or what the standards are in each of the 50 states plus national standards. So if I wanted to find out, for example, so as I said, you can see some of the national standards here. And if I wanted to find out though, Alabama, social studies, 11th grade, I can click the search button here. This could take a moment in terms of how quickly this goes here, but it should bring up video content that we have related to the standards for each state. Of course, this is live, so it means I'm gonna have to entertain you for a while here, right? So anyway, so in here, you know, 11.3, 11.37, 11.4, if we have stuff here, it'll bring up video content with regards to what we have in our own library. We also do a daily current events. This one here, the teacher has to, and of course, because I'm leaving the other one, now I'm going to get a gray white screen, aren't I? There we go. We have daily current events. In order to get to current events, teachers have to actually sign up and register for this component here. These current events are curated for us by teachers and by some professionals who are giving us weekly created content. We also have one other component on our website, which is an ebook, and this is called Econ Everywhere, and this is based upon, drum roll please, Common Sense Economics. And if you know Tani Fiorini, then you know that she had a lot to do with regards to Econ is Everywhere, trying to make this just more accessible so that people can use our materials. So in a nutshell, that's isit.org. Again, it's the educational arm of the Free to Choose Network, specifically built for teachers. Over 60 titles in our portfolio, ranging everything from social studies to math, to science, to economics and finance.
So this may seem like a silly question, but how do teachers find you?
Oh, I was going to say, thank you. I just pulled up the chat here. So in terms of teachers, well, a couple things. First of all, when we first started this, and again, a big reason I'm giving Rob Chatfield a shout out here, our organization actually produced the original Stossel in the Classroom videos way back over 10 plus years ago. And so we went out and we actually farmed for teachers. We literally went and farmed email addresses, and that gave us the basis of our teacher bases there. We now go out to conferences, we'll advertise on social media, a lot of word of mouth, a lot of sharing by teachers. So a teacher, what we've found is that a teacher who uses one of our products, chances are will share that product with 2 other teachers within their school. And so you're going to get a lot of reference, a lot of word of mouth with regards to that. Rachel Ferguson has a question here. Since so many of us are teaching at the college level, how can we use this to reach out to our new college freshmen? We are actually doing something different for college, by the way, which is through our Free to Choose website, not the ISIT site. Right now, we are creating 2-minute versions of the original Free to Choose television series of 1980. And we're actually asking for assistance from college professors in terms of being able to match up that curriculum with their textbook. So right now, Joe Calhoun from Florida State has helped tremendously. He's come up with a lot of discussion questions and matched the content to the Jim Gwartney textbook that they use for basic economics down at Florida State. However, we'd really like to get a lot more of the textbooks covered. So most of our videos that are on Is It, even though they are theoretically for middle school, high school, you're also going to find many of them are appropriate to use for college freshmen and other college students. I taught for almost 20 years at the college level, and I'll tell you that the financial literacy video that we just put together is my baby, because even students that I had that were juniors with 6 figures of student loan debt had zero background on financial literacy. And so you're going to find many of the videos that we have, as I said, the content you could assign to the students outside of the classroom space, and then have them do that as a flipped learning classroom.
So we got some more questions. Yeah.
I was going to say, Paul Cleveland, thank you very much for your comments there. I'm going to go to Annabelle Addington. Her question is, have you seen a change in demand for your materials with the pandemic? And Annabelle, the answer is absolutely yes. We had over 2,500 signups just in the last month of new teachers or educators, if you will, through the website. And I say educators because, as I said, a lot of what we've seen here is parents newly homeschooling their children, wondering where they can get resources. A lot of the teachers that we had in school also started referring and recommending other teachers to our website. We're one of those places where, and people don't get this, so we just sent a big email blast out. We have live people that answer the phone still right now during the pandemic. So as I said, if somebody calls in and they're wondering, a lot of what they're looking for is assistance. There's a lot of material available on the internet in terms of content, but how do you use this stuff? They want someone to hold their hand a little bit to get started on the programs there. I should point out, so as I said, we started off with this e-farming system, and that's blossomed in terms of how many teachers. We now have over 300,000 users have registered with isit.org. So we have more than 300,000 live, legit, real email addresses. So that was the most recent blast we sent out to those folks there. Mark Shug says, any specific economic history content? Mark, I'll try to send you something offline. Tawny can get you my email address if that wasn't provided earlier there. But the short answer is yes, absolutely.